back, relax, and maybe get yourself a snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys! So I am here today to do my July TBR, slightly late but never too late. So let's get started. I have a couple of things that I've already started reading and then some things I'm planning to get to in this month, including my Wellcome Book Prize books and my SPFBO books. So let's just dive straight into telling you what I'm hoping to get through in July. First up, I have two books that I've already started. The first of those is Marotta, which is by L.L. McNeil. This book was very kindly sent to me by the author and I've been wanting to pick it up for a while. And then Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Book, I'll link his channel below, started raving about it and saying it was really good and really fun and it's a self-published book, so I just decided, right, it's going straight to the top of my TBR. And I'm about a third of the way into it. I've definitely enjoyed the start. It's got dragons, it's a very light-hearted fun series or book so far, and I feel like it's going to be a good one, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading more, and I will report back once I have done so. Next up, I'm also reading a non-fiction, and that is They Can't Kill Us All, which is the story of Black Lives Matter by Wesley Lowery. I'm not that far into this, but what I have read is really, really fascinating. It's the story of Black Lives Matter, the movement, from Wesley Lowery's perspective. He was a reporter who went to a lot of incidents involving black people being shot by white policemen, which is a large part of where the movement came from. And so it kind of starts with the Ferguson shooting, which is the most well-known probably, and it follows on from there. I haven't read an awful lot, like I say. I think I'm only about 50 pages in. It is quite short and I'm finding it really easy to read and really fascinating and horrific all at once, and very, very eye-opening. So I would definitely recommend this. I am really enjoying it and I will report back once I have read this one as well. Next up, I have one of my SPFBO books. If you don't know what SPFBO is, I will put a link to the video where I announced it and told you all that I am going to be a judge for this award. So please go and check out that video if you want to know a bit more about it and what books I will be reading. But I'm going to try and break it up into reading as many books as possible a month, but on average probably 5. So the first book I've already started is The Heart of Stone by Ben Galley. I think I'm about 40% into this. Really enjoying it. I did think I would because Ben Galley is an author that I have previously read one of his other books and I really enjoyed it, and he's got quite a good reputation for self-publishing in the UK. It follows a stone golem who is kind of emotionless because he's made out of stone, but actually he does have some emotion and there is a lot of love to be given and earned, and he's also a completely madly good character in terms of fighting and strategy, so he's drafted into a lot of wars over his many years, and he really is just like, he's made of stone, but I kind of just fallen in love with him and I kind of just want to squish him into a lovely big hug. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it and I'm definitely looking forward to finding out how it continues, and I think it is the first in a series, so I will definitely be continuing on with the series as long as the second half matches up with the first. So that's my first SPFBO pick. I think my next few, I'm just going to go down in order of my list. So I have The Gift of Phoenix by Donna Cook, The Pain of Compassion by Roland Boykin, Chameleon Assassin by B.R. Kingsolver, and Princess of Zanina, which is by Giselle Marks. So I'm going to try for those 5 this month. Hopefully I can get through all of them and maybe some more, I guess we'll see. But I'm going to be taking my Kindle with me when I go on my weekend away with Eleanor, Mercedes and Lauren, so hopefully I'll get some reading done that weekend and I will be reporting back on all my SPFBO books that I read, so do look out for that very soon. Some other books that I'd like to get to in July include This Beast, which is Tyrant's Throne by Sebastian de Castell. I am going to be trying to buddy read this with Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Book. We buddy read the 3rd and it seems only right to buddy read the 4th. And this will complete the series. I believe it's only 4 books long, so I'm definitely looking forward to having another series under my belt. And this is a beautiful purple one. It's a sword and sorcery that kind of has vibes of the Three Musketeers. I have reviewed the other books in the series, so I'll link my video for that. And I really enjoy this series. It is excellent fun. One of the books in this series, in fact the second one, is in my top 5 books of the year video, so do go and check out my review, and I would definitely say check out this series and read it as well. But I will report back when I've read book 4. Another giant tome that I would like to get to, or at least start, is The Witchwood Crown by Ted Williams. I read all of the Memory, Sorrow and Thorn books last month by Ted Williams to try and prepare for this beast, because it is set in the same world as the Memory, Sorrow and Thorn books, and this is an ARC copy, hence why it's a paperback. But I'm really excited to dive back into this world and rediscover some of the characters potentially, or at least the world itself. I do really enjoy Ted Williams as a writer, and obviously he had a long break between finishing the Memory, Sorrow and Thorn series and writing this one, so I think his standard of writing will probably be higher, which I'm really looking forward to, and I'm definitely excited to get back into this world, so looking forward to that. Another one that I really want to read very soon, and I might take to Dorset with me, is Blackwing by Ed McDonald. I've heard nothing but good things about this continually, so many good things. I feel like Gallants are really pushing this title, so I would love to read it. I actually have read the first couple of pages, or the first chapter, and I really enjoyed the writing style. It's told in first person, which I haven't read for a while, and it's set in a world where there is this wasteland called the Misery, where people go to try and escape or go mad or die. It is not a very nice place from the sounds of it, and we're following a kind of watchman guard character who has to go out into the Misery to hunt criminals who've escaped. So it sounds very exciting and action-packed. It's not too long, but it has beautiful black pages. That's really cool, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. I have high hopes, and I hope it doesn't disappoint me, so I will again report back very soon. And this one is released on the 20th of July, so I'm going to try and read it around that date. And finally, I have my 2 books that are for my Wellcome Book Prize project, which is a project that I'm doing with Eleanor, where we try and read a couple of books from the previous Wellcome Book Prize shortlist. I'll put a link to my video where I announced everything that I will be reading and what months I'll be reading it in. And the aim of this is just to kind of push ourselves to read something a little bit out of our comfort zone, but still something we're interested in, and also to try and do a live show each month where we talk about the books. So my picks for July are Keeper by Andrea Gillies, or Giles, I never know how to say that. This one I've already talked about, so I won't go into too much detail, but I talked about it in my Wellcome Book Prize project video, so go and check that out. And then the other book that's also for the prize is 3 Letter Plague, which is by Johnny Steinberg, and I believe this one deals with AIDS and the epidemic of it. So again, another one I've already talked about in my other video, so go and check that out, but I will be reading both of these this month for that project. So that's already quite a lot of pages. I'm very hopeful that I'll get through all of them, maybe, or at least most of them, and that I will be able to report back for you guys. So do let me know in the comments what you're most excited to hear about, and what you will be reading in the month of July. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.